Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's Restart Budgeting with me. I have been a big budgeter for years, but earlier in this year when everything hit and we were in lockdown, I fell out of a lot of my routines, including both planning and budgeting. And recently I found myself back to wondering where all my money's going and why I don't have more money in my bank account at the end of the month than I think I should. And I know what the answer is, and that is getting back into budgeting and keeping track of my finances. So I'm going to talk through this one as we go. So I'm just going to get started and we'll go through it. So I do my budgeting in an Erin Condren 7x9 monthly planner. Oh, that is some really good glare there. This is the monthly planner as opposed to the daily planners that they offer. So I don't usually use the main sheet here. I know a lot of people do, but for my purposes, I use the monthly sheet for expense tracking, and then I use the pages after it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 pages after each month. You can use whatever works best for you. It doesn't have to be a system like this. You can use the computer, Excel, printed templates, whatever really is the best for you. I personally really like this process, and it kind of satisfies the crafty side of me, and I find it relaxing. So we are starting with the December budget kit here. I started making my own kits recently, just because as much as I loved the kits that I was getting before and the person that I was getting them from, when everything hit, I was no longer able to get them. Well, I could get them shipped, but I couldn't drive across the border to my US PO box, which has been a big PITA since this whole thing started, and is one thing I will definitely be looking forward to getting back to, being able to go down and pick things up. Well, didn't go on as well as I would have liked it to, but it is what it is. This is also kind of why I think I fell out of it, is setting up the monthlies for me is kind of part of the process, keeps me accountable, and makes me enjoy doing it a little bit more. I'm not doing a very good job of putting these down today. Gaps and okay, I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see this. Okay. So I'm going to skip over the income section when I start filling this out. There's a few things I won't be showing you. Income, my mortgage, taxes, a few little things like that. Okay, Next, I'm going to use some of this gorgeous glitter washi that I just got from Rose Colored Days. It's part of their pre-Black Friday sale. Cut it a little thicker than I'm used to. And it's hard to see. I'm going to do that for now because I don't know that my cutting tool is going to cut through this. It's pretty thick washi. I don't even know if I'd call it washi. It's like a, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Anyways, okay. And then next we have our variable and fixed expenses header. I'm a perfectionist, if you can't tell. It's a little too high on that side, so we're going to fix it. It's the one thing about the coils that is a little bit frustrating with these, but I tried Happy Planners first and I just didn't like them as much, so I stuck with these ones. Okay, so now we're gonna get into starting to write some of these numbers down in here. These numbers did not magically appear overnight. I started a few days ago by getting everything ready for this because before you can make a budget, you first need to know how much you spend on things or how much you can afford to spend on things. So I took the last month of my expenses and I listed them all out and categorized them. And then I was able to see what we actually had versus what I was spending. And it wasn't too bad with the exception of eating out. So that's one category that I am going to be reducing going forward. Put the income lines up in the top after, but for now, we're going to get these ones in. I'll do it to about there for now. Okay, so as I said, I am going to put everything in here, but I'm not going to put the numbers for everything in here. So the first one is my car insurance. This is the private portion. Oh, what am I doing? See, I am not paying attention already. I draft mine the opposite way. I do fixed expenses on the left and variable on the right, which I don't know why I do it that way, but it of course brings for fun things here. So first variable expense is gas for my car, which right now is pre everything that happened. I was $400 a month. Right now, it's almost non-existent. Groceries. Household. Eating out. Allowance. Sinking funds. Oops. And life. I'll get into sinking funds in a bit for those of you who don't know what they are. And then on the fixed side, first one is car insurance. This is the private one. And next is my strata or HOA. My mortgage. Netflix. doTERRA, that is my essential oil subscription. Storage for my storage locker. My TFSA contribution. Cable. Car insurance. ICBC, this is the government portion. My cell phone. And that is it right now. Okay, so now we're going to start filling some of these amounts in. So for car, I'm still allowing $250. Even though I don't think that I'll spend that. Groceries. Groceries, I am allowing $300. I could probably get that down a little bit if I need to. Household, this month I have allowed $1,000 because I have been making some upgrades to my home office. And also buying some Christmas decorations because I only moved in here within the last year. I am lowering my eating out to $50 a month, almost as a challenge and a punishment for letting myself go a little overboard lately. My allowance is $80 a month. Sinking funds we're going to get into. And life is $500. This is a category of just a couple private things that I am not going to get into. Next we have our fixed expenses. So the car insurance, let me get a line in there, we're missing it. Okay, the car insurance private is $78.61. I am going to skip my strata and my mortgage. Netflix is $14.99. My storage locker is $150 per month. The TFSA amount I'm also going to skip. My cable. Oh, shoot. Here we go, skipping things already. doTERRA is not $150 per month. Storage, $150. TFSA we're going to skip. Cable is $134.66. That's cable and internet. The remainder of my insurance is $103.53. I didn't have to do it this way. I just ask my brokers to look, and sometimes it's cheaper to do portions of it privately. In this case, this year it was. And my cell phone is $131.60 because they are highway robbery. Okay, so now we can finish off the bottom totals here. And I'm not obviously going to total them on here because I have to add my, move this over. I have to add my income and other expenses in. So I will do that part privately, but you guys get the gist of it. And I might need to adjust my spacing on this one a little bit. Well, it's okay for this month. Part of the fun. Oh, well, actually works pretty well. Okay, we're gonna use some more of this gorgeous glitter, because why wouldn't you? Now, next up after this, I'm going to, actually, no, we're gonna do a weekly check-in after this. And then tomorrow I am planning on filming sinking funds. So if you want to make sure that you catch on that one, like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I guess I could have done a little bit more space than this, but that's okay. Yeah, it works. Could almost do bottom washi, but I'm not going to. Because that's probably just going overboard. You can tell I do like the deco type planning though. Okay, so there is that side, and now we are going to flip over to the weekly check-in page. Okay, and here we go again. Not quite sure how this page got so dirty, but it did. Okay, so the weekly check-in is where I use the monthly page to track all of the different variable expenses and sinking funds that happen throughout the month. And then every week I tally up the main ones that, you know, are really trying to stick within budget. And as you can see from this title here, under each category like groceries, gas, household, etc., do how much we spent, how much remaining for the rest of the month, and any notes. Now let me make sure I do my spacing on this properly. 5. Yeah, that'll work. So I have 5 categories per week. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this one goes in here. for week 2. And then each week, or sometimes I do it bi-weekly, I go through and I update everything. I really should be doing it more weekly. When I'm really on top of it, I don't really need to do it weekly because I know where I'm at. But when I'm not, like right now, 2, 3, 4, 5, I definitely will need to be doing it weekly. Helps you know where you are, stay within budget, and decide not to spend that money at the end of the month that you might have otherwise. This year, it's just gotten really easy. You know, you're at home and online shopping is everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So almost done here. One more to go. So like I said, tomorrow, it's not going to be a ton for week 5, but that's okay. You just kind of make it work for you. Yeah, tomorrow I am going to be going on and doing sinking funds, setting up my sinking funds, and doing from December 1st to the 13th of expense tracking, because I think we can do it that far, yeah. So we're gonna do decorate this page, do expense tracking up to the 13th, and then also get the sinking funds done on this page. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more like this, if you've gotten out of budgeting yourself and you want to get back into it, or you have anything else that you want to get back into as a New Year's resolution, let me know in the comment section. And like this video. Hope to see you again. Have a great day.